So as you're joining this, watching the replay, I invite you to take a nice, slow, long, deep breath in and out. Inviting your whole being to be present and letting go of everything that's already happened today and what's left to do for the rest of the day. And really be open to allowing the transmission of energy and information to come in and move through you. To share this with you, I was at the gym this morning and the energy was just downloading and feels very, very important right now to be sharing this information, because what we're all going through right now is a process of evolution and ascension. And the way that we've been doing things from the past needs fine-tuning. And my intention for sharing this information today is to support you in seeing the simplicity of what manifestation is about and start to help you go a little bit deeper into, how you may be blocking yourself from your own alignment and what it is that you desire. And I'm going to throw a truth bomb at you right away, right off the bat, which is you are already manifesting, always, all the time, co-creating your experience. Now, the thing is that if what's happening isn't what your greatest desire is, then there's something off balance or not in full alignment, or your magic wand is a little bent. And my intention is to share with you how you can tap more into what is already available to you and how you can get out of your own way. So as I'm going through, if any questions come up, please type them in and I will address them as I can. Hey there. I love the purple heart. Thank you. Hi, Rose. Okay, so the first thing is that I want to share a metaphor with you. Okay, so manifestation. So it starts with a desire. So I'm going to use the metaphor of a restaurant, right? So you have this desire, and I'm going to say me. I have this desire, and I want gluten-free pancakes with fresh fruit and really amazing coffee and great atmosphere. And so I have the desire, and then my intuition brings the perfect space, and then I take action, right? So then I go to the restaurant and the server comes over and I say, I would love, gluten-free pancakes, coffee, and a couple of scrambled eggs. And so I'm sitting there and and she goes off and she puts the order into the kitchen, and I just sit and I wait and I enjoy my time and I, sip my coffee, and the meal comes over. And sometimes what happens is we get these bonuses that we didn't even ask for. And so let's just say my pancakes come over and the scrambled eggs are there, and the server says, we have this really awesome, fresh, jam that the chef made, and he added it as a bonus for you to try on your pancakes, whatever it is. Or the chef went to the farmer's market this morning, and there's all these fresh berries for you. So it's like, wow, this is awesome. I didn't even ask for this, and this is like a bonus. This is awesome, right? That's like the simplicity of manifestation. You have the desire, you feel what it would feel like, and then you just let it go. So it's like the waitress went and got it. But what we do is we have the desire, and then underneath we have fears that we don't deserve it, we're not worthy, we won't be accepted if we have these desires. We can't have desires that would be fulfilled that are greater than our family. And so what happens is we put our order in, and then we sit there, we say, oh, I don't know if I should have pancakes. I don't know if I don't know if I deserve these pancakes. What if these pancakes come and I just, I'm just not, you won't like me anymore. We start questioning, we have the desire, and then we start questioning it, and we start blocking the energy. So we put out the desire, but if inside of us, if we have beliefs that are not aligned with allowing that desire to come in, we are energetically blocking it. these beliefs that we have come from our early childhood experiences. Now, this could come, and the thing is that those of us that are sensitive, those of us that are in this path of consciousness, that are really aware of that, we really do have the ability to create. And that's what that discord inside happens, is because we're frustrated because we know we can allow it to happen, but why isn't it happening? One of the things are these beliefs that we have underneath. So we have these, not only is from childhood experiences, but it's passed down from our family, and then it's picked up from society. But the greater, deeper part of you knows that what you desire is totally possible. And it is. But we have to go inside and say, okay, well, what do I really believe about this? What do I really believe about having what I desire? Oh man, I can't be more successful than my parents. Or, wow, I'm afraid that if I have this thing, the people in my circle won't no longer resonate with me. Or if I expand beyond and, start to make this ripple effect out into the world with my work, maybe my partner won't come along for the ride with me, right? So what we do is we subconsciously hold ourselves back and we self-sabotage. So the first point is I'm going to talk about three simple keys to manifesting. So the first point is to have the desire. So you have is getting clear on your desire. It's like, okay, I want a relationship. I want more money. I want, better health. I was working with this one, I'm actually still working with this one client who came to me because her health, she would be healthy for like 3 days and be sick for 10, healthy for 5 and sick for 20. And when she came to me, we started working together, and almost immediately, we didn't even focus on her health. We were going on to the stuff on the inside of her, working on radical self-love, working on her energetic vibration, working on what her beliefs were underneath. And that's one of my key gifts is my intuition and how I can read energy and see what's going on inside your body and what you're manifesting and how it's misaligned with your core desires. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, now the key is that we are like magnets, or you can even say of it as like when the thing that we desire is on a certain frequency. So like a radio station. So if you want to listen to some rock and roll, you put on 99.1. If you want to listen to some jazz, you put it on like 93.7 or something, right? So you turn your radio station. It's the same thing with us. Now, going back to what I started to say in the beginning is that where we are shifting. So when we're growing and changing and shifting and evolving as humans in this spiritual experience, it's not going to happen from the mind. The mind is what gets us stuck. It's about your energetic vibration. And what's happening as a collective and as we're all shifting, these new downloads, these higher frequencies of energy are coming in. And what it's doing is it's coming in. So it's like a new app on your phone or an update on your computer, right? The update comes in, and what it does is it stirs up the things that are not aligned with the direction that your soul, that your heart is guiding you towards. So it's almost like what happens is that then life starts to shake up a little bit, right? So you have the desire, life starts to move its pieces like a chess game. And then as a human, we start to freak out, and we start to like, we start to try to control the situation. So I kind of got off a little bit track there, but that was very important to make sure that I communicated. So step number 2 is to feel, right? So to get into that vibrational feeling of what it would feel like to have that thing that you want, to have those clients, to be the full expression of who you are, to be in love, to be loved, to be seen, to have the abundance in your life that you desire. Now, what happens is that when we're trying to align with that vibration, to tune into that radio station, to feel what it feels like inside of us, to have that thing, this is where the energetic walls have been built up, the belief systems that hold, I'm not worthy, I don't deserve, I'll be hurt, I'll be abandoned, I'll be left. We hold those beliefs carry energy, and we hold those inside of us. And so as we get clear on our desire and we start to draw it forward, it starts to poke up and starts to shake up these energetic walls. And then so we start to see the manifestation on the outside of us. But then what we do is we start to focus on fixing this thing outside of us, right? Fix the other person, go get a job, something outside. And what it is, it's about going inside. And what is it on the inside that needs alignment? What is it that we need to release in order to be able to tune into that vibration, right? I'm working with this one client right now where we were working together for 1 month, and she got further in her journey than she had been working with a therapist for 6 years, because we were working on the vibrational level. Now her life got stirred up a little bit too, but what happened is that she was released from a job that she was working on, but now she's free to follow her path that is most aligned with her desire. Now the thing is if she stopped and she started to like think about, this job that she had and all that's, being released from it and, getting too focused on there, she would be taking away energy from allowing herself to continue to flow in to continue her life's path. So the third point about that of manifesting is to let it go, right? So going back to the restaurant and going back to the waitress or the server that came and took my order. So I gave her my order, but I'm not going to walk into the kitchen. So the third part is to like, let it go. I'm not going to walk into the kitchen and start telling the chef how to cook my eggs or, make my pancakes or, grind the coffee and, put it in a cup. I just let it go. Right? And just trust that what is for my highest and best, what matches my desire is going to come this way. Now, those of us that have had some challenging experiences in our childhood, control is a big thing, right? What we do is we had no control. And so what we try to do is now we're like trying to control, well, if the love that I want to come in, it has to come in this way. The money has to come in this way. The perfect home situation has to come in this way. Letting go of control is one of the key pieces in allowing what comes in. Like I said at the beginning, it's like, now my pancakes came and they came with these extra berries I didn't even want. It's like all these bonuses. So when we let go of control, we open up to possibilities, because when we think it's only going to happen one certain way, then we limit ourselves. We limit the possibilities. We limit what the universe wants to provide. I was working with this one client around attracting love. And as we started to eliminate her inner blocks that were, she had this, when I was doing an intuitive reading on her, she had this one block that she was afraid to be seen for who she really was. She was a spiritual coach. And so she was attracting these relationships that were good, but she wasn't feeling seen for who she really was. And once I identified what that belief was around her not being seen, and then we did the energy work around it, she attracted in not only a soulmate, but she hit 6 figures in her business that year and became an international speaker, because everything is connected. And so the thing is with her is, now this is the interesting thing, and the reason I'm sharing about control is, right, so she got really clear on her desires. She became the vibrational match of the love that she desired. And then what came in, she was originally in relationships with men, and now the partner she's with is actually with a woman. So letting go of what that looks like, so we try to control, and it has to be in a box. And so that's why it's like going back to the beginning of like beliefs, like letting go of the beliefs, the fears that you have around allowing this thing that you want in. The second part is feeling in. So it's like feeling in to what it is that you desire and allowing the energetic blocks to leave. I mean, we also have inner programs. So what happens is that as we get closer to this thing, this is another thing that I see happen, is that we get closer to this thing that we really desire, an inner program will kick in and say, wait a minute, this is too dangerous to have. And like there's self-sabotage that happens, right? And so it's not about changing the thing on the outside, it's about changing the thing on the inside, and then letting go. And this is where trust, faith, and surrender come in. And it's not like, trust with conditions and faith with, only certain circumstances, and surrender, but only if it's like this. It's full on. And it can feel a little scary at times, but the thing is that your soul and the universe want to bring you what you desire, but letting go of how it's going to look or how it's going to manifest. And it's a wild ride. And what happens is there's that in between time as the chess pieces are moving, where we really just have to let go and know that life is always working out for us. As crazy as it may be with like relationships falling apart, because maybe on the other side of that relationship falling apart that you're maybe trying to hang on to make work and form into something that just isn't possible, on the other side of that is your partner. And the same thing with your business. If you're showing up and you've read all the books and you've taken all the courses and hired all the coaches, but you're still not where you're meant to be or know you want to be, you may want to take a look at, am I really showing up fully? Am I really allowing myself to be seen? Am I really speaking my truth? Because when you let go of all of the programs and the energetic barriers, you're more aligned with your authentic self, and you become a match to that, and that's what it comes in. So that's what I said right in the beginning. You are already manifesting, but if you're manifesting things that are not aligned, it's to go within and fine tune. So it could be beliefs, it could be inner programs, it could be the way that you're trying to control things. So the world wants to give to you, you have a great desire to co-create, and that's why sometimes it feels uncomfortable. So the point I was going to say about that in-between time is to continue to surrender. So every time as like the pieces are starting to come together, you've put your desire out there and you're tuning into yourself, becoming that vibration. It's about just surrendering and allowing the process to unfold. So as things are starting to maybe feel a little chaotic, don't put your focus there. Keep tuning back in and just knowing that what's happening outside of you is the divine orchestration of bringing you where you want to go. The thing that's coming through right now is the transformation of the caterpillar to the butterfly, right? So the caterpillar, what is the saying? It's like, just when the caterpillar thought the life was over, it became, or the world was going to end, it became a butterfly. And so if that caterpillar, through that metamorphosis where it turns into muck, if it just stopped there and tried to figure out what's going on with this muck, why is this muck like this? I'm falling apart, life is over, this is terrible, versus surrendering like, okay, this is going on, there's something happening for me, because life is always for me. I'm going to keep my focus on where it is that I want to head, where it is that I'm going, what it is that I desire, tuning in to that vibration, keep going forward, not getting caught up in the chaos of what's happening, surrender, and it's a butterfly. I know it sounds really simple. And once it's like, when I'm working with my clients, my job is to help you to fine tune and have a deep relationship with yourself so that you know how to move through these changes, to know how to identify when a belief is in the way, or how to tune into that vibration, how to get really clear on what your desire is. And what happens is when you get really clear, the things that are in the way will pop up, and then I share and teach you how to maneuver through what's popping up, clear the energy, and keep aligning. So I think that's all I have to share. Whew, it's a lot of energy. So do you guys have any questions for me? What's come up? Hi Rose, see you later. Hey guys, thanks for showing up. Hi Giovanna, Angela, Charlene, Alicia, hey Steph. How are you? So what questions do you guys have about manifesting, or, is it clear? I'll tell you, when I'm transmuting this energy, it's really strong. And the intention before I dropped into this transmission was to be channeling this vibration of love. The base of the work with my clients is radical self-love, because when we start to identify these beliefs that we have about ourselves, that we're not worthy or not deserving, or actually we deserve to be treated like crap, or we're afraid that we'll be abandoned because we've had the experience of abandonment before. It's really like radical self-love is the base. It's the absolute base of what is necessary in order for you to move forward. So what I see too often is everybody is outside themselves trying to grasp onto a new program, to hire a new coach, to learn the coach's way of being out in the world. It starts from within you. It starts with that relationship that you have with yourself. It starts with really because what manifests outside of you, your experiences outside of you, are a reflection of the relationship you have with yourself. And if you can deepen the relationship you have with you, you're going to deepen the relationship you have with the world around you. And so, when I'm working with conscious spiritual creators, and and they're wanting to have their full ripple effect on the world through their work, or they want to attract that deep, loving relationship, or have more financial abundance. I know a lot of spiritual people have these beliefs about not allowing money into your life goes back, way back before this current lifetime. And so it's about, being with what's there and allowing it. But because what we do is these harder things come up and then we end up pushing them down. And it has to come up to be seen and loved and integrated in order for that grander, higher vibration to come through that we can attract from. Hi, Anne. Love and light back to you too. Well, if that's it, any questions, I'm going to sign off. And I really do hope this was helpful and simple. And I know it sounds simple, but here's the thing, is that we don't know what's in our own way until we start to move forward. And what happens is, as we start to move forward and that chaos starts to come up, or those beliefs start to come up, that's where so many people stop in their tracks, because it can feel scary. It can feel intimidating. It could feel so overwhelming, like you'll never get out of it. But that's the key, is that when you move through what's coming up, it allows you more space and energy to be in your power to create, attract, manifest, and align with what it is that you really desire. So if any of this felt resonant, if it stirred something up inside of you, if it started to, give you some heart flutters, if there's a part of you that knows that you're ready for more and you're ready for support to do this, because we know we've built these inner protections and these inner blocks and inner, energetic walls as a way of survival at points. And we can't see them on our own because they're working so hard to keep us from getting hurt, or from, being abandoned, or so, like, we can't see them on our own. So as an intuitive, I can come in, I can see what's going on for you and give you the tools and techniques to move through and be more aligned with your power and your truth, versus allowing the things in your subconscious to be ruling and guiding you. Now, the thing is that these protections that we hold inside of ourselves will tell you, I don't have the money, I don't have the time, the timing isn't right, I don't have, my partner won't approve of this. But really, it's about that inner part of you that is working so hard to remain in place to protect you and keep you safe. It's really not serving you anymore. You are meant for more. You are meant for that love, because if you have that desire within you to be the fullest expression, to have a business, to be more abundant, to have health, then you're meant for it. We're not, our soul does not give us these desires to just dangle a carrot in front of us. It's there, and it's for us to keep choosing ourselves, choosing love, choosing to do what it is that's absolutely necessary to allow us to have the full experience that we are meant to be having here. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for showing up. If you're just popping on, definitely watch the replay. If you have any questions after this, send me a message, put them on. I'll come back and check the comments. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to click notifications so you receive the newest updates. This, if you're on Facebook, if you're wanting to make sure you get notified, on my page you can go to get notifications so you can get updated on when I post. And I think that's it. You're all amazing, brave, courageous warriors of light, having an amazing experience. And I'll tell you right now that life is not going to let you get away with not allowing yourself what your full experience is meant to be. Because if you're having challenges, if you're having struggles, if life feels freaking hard right now, you're really resisting the greater part of you that wants to come through. So this path is not easy. I've made a lot of hard decisions, and I've gone through a lot of transitions and changes in my life. But I'll tell you right now that I am living a life that I had been driving towards. I still have got some tweaks that I'm making along the way, but I've got the tools to make it happen. And I want to offer those tools to you too, so that you can be empowered, so that you can move through the challenges with ease and grace, and know that what's happening is for you, and how to move through it empowered and in your mastery of who you really are at the base. Oh my gosh, I love and adore you so much. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing with anyone who may be ready to take the next step in their own life and really tune into what's possible for them and making it happen. You're all amazing.